Hey guys, this is test 29, game 4. This is the piano classes game. It's an ordering game. We know this because the 6 classes are given sequentially. As such, there must be an order in which they are given. Now, we've got 9 different people here. We've got 4 females, GHIK, 5 males, LNOPS, and we're placing them in order for the 6 classes. Now, I haven't laid out any spaces here because there's too much ambiguity regarding which classes have multiple people and which ones do not. So I'm just going to start off by diagramming the rules and create the main diagram for this game in a loose style. You see that the rules are pretty much before-after. The first 2 rules simply tell us which classes have multiple people in them. The other rules are all before-after relationships. So the first rule tells us that I and L together constitute a class, so I'm going to put down IL in a vertical box. Next, we've got that P and 2 others constitute a class. I'm going to put P with 2 spaces in a box as well. Next, they tell us K is the first female, but not the first student. If K is the first female, then K must go before G, H, and I. We've already got I here, so I'm going to put K before it. We've also got that K is before both G and H, but K is not the first student, therefore someone else must go before her. Next, we've got that G is after I. So I'm going to take the G that we just drew, and instead, I'm going to put G after I. And they tell us that G is before P, so I'm going to branch that as well. Finally, we've got that O is after G. So here is everything we've got for the game. We've got all the variables mentioned in the rules, but what about the ones not mentioned in the rules, being N and S? Well, since at least someone's got to go before K, because K is not the first student, I'm going to put N/S before K. And then whichever one of those 2 does not go before K, it can basically go anywhere at all in the game. There are no rules dictating the placement of S/N, meaning the person who does not go before K. So this right here is our initial setup for the game, loosely relating the variables to each other. Before we get into the questions, though, I do want to think about who might go within this P box here. It can't be G, IL, K, or N/S because those guys all have to go before P. The only things that are eligible to go within the P box here are O, H, and S/N. Those 3 people, out of them, 2 will go within the P box. We just don't know which 2. It could be O and H, it could be OS, ON, HS, or HN. Any of those things, perfectly fine. So this right here is our initial setup for the game. So question number 20, who could be the first person going? Who could be in the first class? Well, it's got to be either N or S because every single other variable has to go after that. So because N is not a choice but S is, S choice E is our answer for number 20. Next, number 21, where could G go? So G can't be any of 1, 2, or 3 because IL, K, and N/S must go before it. So any choice mentioning 1, 2, or 3 is automatically eliminated. This gets rid of choices C, D, and E. We're down to A and B. So the question is, can G go on 5 or can G go on 6? Well, we know that G cannot go on 6 because P and the others with P have to go after G. So it can't be 6. It has to be 5. And of course, G could go on 4 or 5. If something additional, meaning H or S/N, goes before G, it will go on 5. If those things go after G, then G will go on 4. So A is our answer to number 21. Next, number 22, who could go with P? Which pairing? So we know it's going to be OH, OS, ON, HS, or HN. So GH doesn't work for choice A because G's got to go earlier than the P class. H and S does work. Those 2 people could both be the ones chosen, and then O would simply go separately after G. So B is the answer for 22. I would look at the rest, though. Could K and N go with P? Well, N could go with P, but K is going much earlier, so C's gone. L and O. O could go with P, but L's got to go much earlier, so D's gone. And then E, N, and S, we can only have one of them going with P. The other one must go much earlier, so for that reason, E is gone, leaving B as our answer for number 22. Next, number 23, if O and P do not attend the same class, so meaning O is not going within the P class, H and S/N are going in the P class, O is going separately afterwards. So what could be true? Could G be on 5? No, we're now going to have H not going randomly. We're not going to have S/N going randomly. The ordering is now 1, 2, 3, 4, and then O and the P class interchangeable on 5 and 6. So G is going on 4, not 5. A is gone. H on 3, no H is going on 5 or 6, so B is gone. I on 4, no I is going on 3, G is going on 4. N on 5, yes, the P class with N in it could be on 5, and then we could have O on 6, that works. So D is our answer to number 23. I will look at E though. S on 2 is impossible because S is either going on 1 or it is going on 5 or 6 within the P class. So E is gone, leaving D if you didn't get it before. Next, number 24, they are modifying the main rules of the game, introducing something new here. We are going to have, rather than O going after G, we're going to have O going before G and after K. So I'm getting rid of O going after G. I'm getting rid of O going in the P box right here, meaning that we're going to have H and S/N in the P class. So I'm getting rid of them too. We already know that they are specifically within the P box. And then we're going to have O coming before G and after K. So this is the new state of affairs. H is not random anymore. S/N is not random anymore. It's now N/S on 1, K on 2, O on 3 or 4, the IL class on 3 or 4, alternating with O, G on 5, and then P, H, and S/N on 6. So now where must H go? Of course, H is going on 6, so E is our answer for number 24.